The Baton Rouge Metro Council taking a closer look at tire shops across the parish with a new ordinance that passed last night. District 5 Councilman Darryl Hurst is here to explain what it means for businesses and the community. So, of course, Councilman, that ordinance passed last night. But first, what made you all decide to actually start this and think that it was needed?
So I was on the phone with Sharon Mann, who runs Republic Services that does our trash. She says, Darryl, I'm going down Florida Boulevard. I had to have passed 15 tire shops between Sherwood and downtown and probably 15,000 tires. We have got to do something about it. So we put a working group together to determine what we can do, because LDEQ is who manages it. That's who you pay the $225 tire disposal fee to. But the problem is the tire owners don't take the $225 and give it to a legal tire hauler to go properly dispose of it. They put it in the back of a U-Haul or a trailer, and I say it always ends up in the woods and the hoods, in underserved communities and in rural areas. And so we wanted to put a stop to it. Two reasons. Number one, blight breeds crime. Blight deteriorates our community, but also those tires promote disease and mosquito growth within our community.
So, of course, I know, because we reported that some people were complaining about, I guess, the aesthetics of their neighborhoods with all of those tires being around. So what exactly will the ordinance do?
So what the ordinance does is essentially creates like an ABC board for tires. You have to get a permit from the city. Upon approval of that permit, we get to go check your manifest to make sure that the disposal fee that you take for LDEQ. So let's say you take in 200 tires, but you only pay the tire hauler to pull away 20.
Okay.
Well, at that point, we can fine you $50 per tire. If you dump in our neighborhoods, we can fine you $50 per tire. Now you can only have 5 tires on display. You cannot have all those waste tires sitting there on Florida Boulevard, on Airline Highway, on Scenic Highway, Plank Road. You actually have to put them behind a fence, 6 feet to 8 feet high. In a storage container, you can only have 5 display tires. And the biggest thing is, how do we beautify our community? This is just the first step, though, Reggie.
So what do you say to those business owners? Did you all hear from business owners who gave you, I guess, maybe any pushback, who says that, you know, they can't afford the cost with these new permits and all of these new requirements that come?
Well, those business owners aren't going to say that, because typically those are the bad actors.
Okay.
These are not for the ones that are doing the right thing by our community. These are for the ones that we see that are repeat offenders. And the one thing about LDEQ, they directly said we don't have enough inspectors to do what we need to do statewide. So we're glad that the city of Baton Rouge is doing this to become a partner to protect your local community. And the other thing that I'm so excited about is a Baton Rouge ordinance is only good for Baton Rouge and the unincorporated areas. But I want to give a huge shout out to the 4 mayors, Mayor Waits in Baker, McDavid and Zachary, Evans and Central, and Yates and St. George. They said that they want to adopt it as well, so that DES, which is Department of Environmental Services, can enforce it as a parish-wide ordinance. So we're excited about it.
So you all passed it last night. When does it go into effect? So
it goes into effect September 1st. And from September 1st date, the tire shops have 6 months to make the aesthetic changes that we have required to ensure that we protect where people live, work, and play, home values, public safety in terms of disease, and also public safety in terms of crime.
And what were those penalties that you mentioned about it?
So you can have fines up to about $500 and revocation of your permit. And if you do that, then we can put you out of business if you're a bad actor. But also $50 per tire for egregious acts. And when you do that, we want to make sure that you feel the pain. And the way that you make a business owner feel the pain is in the cash register or in their pocket. And so we want to charge you, you dump 200 tires in our neighborhood, we want to charge you $10,000.